Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will share some useful tips to lose or fat weight. You could say diet is about the mental will to control your food intake and the desire to exercise regularly. Along the way, sometimes you falter, not mentally strong. Your defenses are broken, and finally, as is popular nowadays, the term cheating appears. However, you certainly have to be mentally strong, endure the test until you achieve your goal. This is because there is no instant process to achieve a healthy and ideal body. When you start to feel mentally weak, you may need encouragement to continue with your diet. Well, I have words of motivation for you. When you want to give up, remember why you start. Okay, let's get straight to the first step is fasting.
Fasting. So, usually, we don't eat only when we sleep at night. Let's just say that when we sleep, our percentage of not eating is 30%. However, 70% of the day we eat. Therefore, we have to reverse the eating window so that we eat 30% while we don't eat 70%. Well, things like this can be done by having disciplined eating hours, so our meals are scheduled at certain times. For these meal times, there are how many hours we eat and how many hours we don't eat. For example, I use egg 16, so my eating time is only 8 hours and my not eating time is 16 hours. For my own habit, I start eating at 9 o'clock and my last meal is at 5 p.m. But it's okay if it's not meal time for drinking. For the next step is carbo control. So, in the eating window, we can eat one time, two times, three times. This is also our habit of eating every day. That's why there are names, namely OMAD, the meaning of one meal a day, two MAD, the meaning of 2 meals a day, and 3 MAD, the meaning of 3 meals a day. The key number one in step number two is to control the carbohydrate that come in. So we control the amount and control the source. This means that we have to choose a good source, namely natural carbohydrate, because usually these carbohydrates contain sugar and at the same time contain fiber. For example, vegetables, sweet potatoes, and other. A bad source of carbohydrates is wheat flour and the like such as bread, noodles, cakes, crackers, and other. For me, it's better for step 2 to just focus on vegetable. After completing the previous step, now we will move on to priorities protein. At this step are the macronutrients that we usually don't respect. Usually we can eat whatever we want when it's time to eat. But if you can, priorities protein at everyday meal. For the next step, let's pay attention. Select fat. Well, Usually, natural fat comes from protein. So, when we eat chicken, fish, goat, beef, meat, it usually contains fat and protein too. Well, natural fat that comes from protein is a good source of fat. The important thing is not to fry this protein because it reduces the protein content itself. Or natural fats can be from coconut oil, olive oil, egg yolks, avocado. That's an option, but not the fats that usually come from corn, canola, etc. The problem is that it is a long process. With high heating, damage to the food occurs. Finally, now for the last step is exercise before opening food. So, exercising before breaking the fast will increase the speed of fasting itself. Imagine if we don't eat after 12 o'clock, the body will use fat as an energy source. But before eating, we exercise again. So, when we exercise, that's what is called stress by design. That's when various hormones will enter into catecholamine, so that when our body uses fat as an energy source, it will be more optimal. When you exercise, your body will burn fat. So, even if you don't exercise, other activities will definitely still burn fat. What if by exercising your body will burn fat faster? For the things like this, exercising before breaking the fast increases the fasting hours depending on the exercise. So, if you can focus on exercise, lift weights, because cardio usually makes you tired and dizzy.
Nah, in conclusion, in following a fasting pattern with an eating window, it is important to reverse the proportion of time eating and not eating. So that 70% of the time is not eating and 30% is eating. This can be done by setting a disciplined eating schedule, for example by using the 8-16 pattern, where 8 hours are spent eating and 16 hours not eating. The next, in controlling the carbohydrate you consume, focus on natural and fiber-rich carbohydrate sources such as vegetable, sweet potatoes, and potatoes, while avoiding processed carbohydrate such as wheat flour. Prioritize protein in every meal and choose good natural sources of fat, such as those contained in animal protein or from coconut oil and olive oil. Exercising before eating can increase the effectiveness of fasting by maximizing fat burning as an energy source. Focus on weight training for optimal results. By following these steps, you can optimize the fasting process, improve metabolic health, and support effective weight loss. Thank you for watching my video about tips to lose our fat weight. We hope you find the tips and information we share useful for you. Feel free to leave a comment below and subscribe to our channel for more useful content. See you in our next video. Stay inspired and keep improving yourself. Keep trying and good luck. Bye bye.